Hi, my name is Kayam Datu, and today I will be making a presentation of Galileo Galilei. Galileo Galilei was a fascinating astronomer who was born on February 15th, 1564 in Pisa, Italy. I think he is the most important historical figure of all time due to his inventions of the compass, thermometer, and his modifications of the telescope. He went to school at the University of Pisa. Galileo has broadened the knowledge of our solar system by his modifications with the telescope, his discovery of Jupiter's Galilean moons, and his impact on the Renaissance and today. He is truly an amazing person and very interesting to learn about. The telescope is a fascinating tool that helps you examine the details of stars or planets. Galileo worked really hard to make his telescopes about 8 or 9 times better than his previous telescopes, by creating a new magnification technology to enhance the range of the telescope. Galileo used the telescope to make many important discoveries that changed the way that people saw the universe. He discovered Venus's monthly cycles of changing positions and shapes, the moons of Jupiter, and he also made discoveries about the surface of the moon, discovering that the moon was not smooth, but actually rough and cratered. Galileo's first telescope was only magnified about 8 times, but he eventually got the magnification up to 20 times. Galileo's telescope impacted our telescopes today, because without his telescope, we probably wouldn't have been able to modify our telescopes to see beyond the Earth's atmosphere. Galileo truly changed the telescope in many amazing ways, and in doing so changed the way we look at the solar system. Have you ever wondered if other planets have more than one moon that orbits around it? Can you believe that Jupiter has 79 moons orbiting around it? Well, it's true, and do you know who discovered the first 4? Galileo Galilei was the person that started the discovery of Jupiter's moons. He first noticed 4 lights that he thought were distant stars, but after additional investigation, he determined that they were actually moons orbiting Jupiter. He called them the Galilean moons. The largest one, Ganymede, is the largest moon in the solar system. Its size is comparable to the size of a planet called Pluto, but it revolves around Jupiter rather than the Sun, so that makes it a moon. It is almost half the size of the Earth. In 1996, scientists used the Hubble Space Telescope and discovered that there is a thin layer of oxygen in Ganymede's atmosphere. It is unlikely, but there is a possibility that there may be life on Ganymede. The second largest Galilean moon, Callisto, is known as the Dead Moon because its surface is very cratered. Galileo discovered 2 more moons, and they are both very small. Io's surface is covered by volcanoes, making the air impossible to breathe. Europa is the smallest Galilean moon, but the one with the most intriguing surface. Similar to Ganymede, Europa is covered in ice, but the ice is covered with streaks across the surface. From space, it appears to have yellow and orange streaks when photographed. Galileo did many extraordinary things when he discovered the Galilean moons. Galileo had a huge impact on many things in the Renaissance. This amazing scientist truly changed the way that people thought about the universe during the Renaissance. Galileo was the first scientist to use a telescope to look beyond the Earth's atmosphere. Previously, telescopes were used for scouting enemy bases or looking across an ocean to search for land. Galileo changed the way that people thought about telescopes and our solar system. A previous astronomer named Ptolemy made a theory that everything in the solar system revolves around the Earth. When Galileo discovered that Jupiter has moons orbiting around it, he made the theory called the Copernican theory, and it states that all planets revolve around the Sun, while moons revolve around the planet closest to it. When Galileo made the Copernican theory, he put himself at risk from the Church. Speaking out against previously believed theories, such as the Ptolemy theory, was considered heresy against the Church, which at the time was dangerous and could possibly get you killed. Nonetheless, Galileo still made these astonishing discoveries, no matter what the cost. Despite his troubles with the Church, his 2 daughters went on to become nuns, which is ironic and sort of hilarious. This amazing astronomer has done astounding things for the worldview of the Renaissance. For sure, There are many different astronomers that have done a lot for the way we see the universe, but none have made as accurate discoveries and as many discoveries as Galileo Galilei. Galileo is the most important scientist of all time because his modifications of the telescope, his discovery of Jupiter's moons, and his discoveries of the Copernican theory. Galileo truly changed the way that many people today view the solar system. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel.